Hey Raider Nation! What's cracking, Silver and Black family? It's your boy here, fired up as always to dive into the latest Las Vegas Raiders news that's got us all buzzing like a hive of angry pirates ready to raid the NFL seas. Man, if you're a diehard like me, you know this offseason has been straight fire. From snagging a legend like Pete Carroll to shake things up in Sin City, to landing Geno Smith as our new QB slinger. But hold on to your helmets, because today we're talking about some serious roster drama that's unfolding right now in training camp, where two of our first stringers might be on the hot seat, fighting to keep their starting gigs ahead of the 2025 season kickoff. Picture this: the Las Vegas Raiders are transforming before our eyes, with Carroll's infectious energy turning the locker room into a championship machine. We've got young beasts like Ashton Jeanty pounding the ground and Brock Bowers hauling in passes like it's nothing, but the defense? That's where the real battles are brewing, and it's got me hyped and a little nervous all at once. What if these shakeups propel us to the playoffs, or leave us scrambling? Stick with me as we break it down, Raider style, no fluff, just the raw truth from one fan to another. Let's kick things off with the big man himself, Pete Carroll. Bringing in the Super Bowl champ as head coach was like injecting pure adrenaline into the veins of Raider Nation. His no-nonsense attitude is already changing the culture, pushing players to their limits in training camp, and you can feel the shift. More discipline, more fire, more "just win, baby" vibes echoing through Allegiant Stadium. I've been following every update, and it's clear Carroll isn't here to babysit, he's here to build a contender. But it's not just talk. Carroll's wasting no time stacking the deck with his guys. The blockbuster trade for Geno Smith? Genius move, Raiders front office. Geno's coming off those solid seasons in Seattle, and now he's locked in as our starter, slinging dimes and leading the huddle with veteran poise. Pair him with jeanty's explosive runs, that kid's averaging over 5 yards per carry in preseason drills, and Bowers turning into a mismatch nightmare, and our offense looks primed to light up scoreboards. Yet, with holes on defense, especially up front and at linebacker, these roster tweaks could make or break us. Now, zoom in on the defensive trenches, where things are getting intense. Jonah Laulu, our second-year DT out of Oklahoma, stepped up last season with 7 starts, holding down the middle like a wall against the run. But whisperings from camp say Tyree Wilson, that athletic freak we drafted number 7 in 2023, is making a push inside. At 6'5", 263 pounds, Wilson's explosiveness could give us that pass rush boost on third downs, especially since Max Crosby and Malcolm Kuntz own the edges. Imagine the upside: Wilson thriving under Carroll's coaching, finally unlocking that potential after a slow start to his career. Laulu's reliable, sure, but if Wilson keeps dominating reps in preseason, he might snag those key snaps. What do you think, Raider Nation? Is this the move that turns our D-line into an elite unit? It's got me glued to every practice report, wondering if Laulu holds the fort or if Wilson storms the castle. Shifting gears to the linebacker core, Devin White's story is one for the ages. From Super Bowl hero with the Bucs in 2021, pairing with Levante David like thunder and lightning, to bouncing around and landing with us after a tough 2024 in Houston. He only started once last year, ranking dead last in run defense per PFF, but his coverage skills? Still sharp enough to make plays in space. The question is, can he reclaim that superstar form in silver and black? Enter Jamal Adams, the converted safety now bulking up as an outside linebacker, and oh boy, does he bring that Carroll familiarity from Seattle. Adams has battled injuries, losing some burst, but playing closer to the line lets him unleash that downhill aggression. If we're running 3 LBs with Landon Roberts and Jermaine Pratt anchoring, why not slot Adams in sub-packages for more athleticism? It's a smart tweak that could hide his coverage dips and amp up our instincts against AFC West beasts like the Chiefs. Raider Nation, this battle between White and Adams is pure drama. White's pedigree versus Adams' scheme fit. I've seen fan chatter exploding about it. Some say White's due for a bounce back, others want Adams' fire. Either way, it's pushing everyone harder, and that's what Carroll's all about. How do you see this shaking out? Drop your takes in the comments. Let's debate. Don't sleep on the bigger picture though. Our defense has talent, but those holes Carroll's filling could define the season. With Crosby terrorizing QBs, he led the league with 14.5 sacks last year, and Kuntz emerging as a double-digit sacker, the edges are set. But interior pressure? That's where Wilson stepping up over Laulu could be huge, creating chaos up the middle and freeing our stars. On the back end, the secondary's evolving too, Jack Jones and Nate Hobbs locking down corners, but rookies like Decamarion Richardson are turning heads in camp. Carroll's preaching versatility, and it's showing in drills where we're mixing zones and man coverage. If we shore up these spots, imagine shutting down Mahomes or Herbert. That's the dream, right? Stats show our D allowed 24 points per game last season. Under Carroll, I bet we drop that to under 20. But wait, breaking Las Vegas Raiders news. Our backup QB Aiden O'Connell just fractured his wrist in the preseason finale against the Cardinals, sidelining him 6 to 8 weeks. Huge blow, but Geno secure as starter, and rookie Cam Miller's on deck. The front office is hunting veterans like Jameis Winston or Ryan Tannehill for depth. Smart move to avoid a crisis if Geno tweaks something. What does this mean for our Week 1 clash with the Patriots on September 7th? Suspense is killing me. O'Connell's injury ramps up the urgency, but Carroll's got the team rallying. Preseason wrapped 0-2-1, but flashes from Jeanty, that physical 4-yard run, and Bauer's routes have me optimistic. Raider Nation, are we ready to raid Gillette Stadium? Let's talk offense more. Ashton Jeanty, our rookie sensation from Boise State, is already looking like a bell cow back. Drafted high, he's bulldozing defenders in camp, with scouts raving about his vision and burst. Pair him with Zamir White's power and Raheem Mostert's speed? That's a committee that could rack up 500-plus rushing yards, easing pressure on Geno. Brock Bowers, man, this tight end is a unicorn. Last year's stats, 84 catches, 900-plus yards as a rookie. Now with Geno targeting him, expect Pro Bowl numbers. The O-line's gelling too, with Colton Miller anchoring left tackle and new additions battling for guard spots. Carroll's emphasis on run blocking is paying off in scrimmages. But injuries loom large now with O'Connell out. Fan buzz is all about who we sign. Winston's arm strength could fit, or Tannehill's experience. It's a reminder. Depth wins championships. How's this impact our AFC West grind? Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, we're coming for you. Preseason highlights. That tie against the 49ers showed grit, and the loss to Cowboys tested our youth. Wilson's interior reps paid off with a sack, hinting at his rise over Laulu. Adams blitzed effectively too, pressuring White's spot. Diving deeper into Laulu's situation, as a 7th-round gem from 2024, he ate snaps last year, stuffing runs and collapsing pockets. But Wilson's athletic profile screams upside. His combine numbers were off the charts. Carroll's known for developing edges into interiors, like he did in Seattle. If Wilson wins out, Laulu might slide to rotational duty, bolstering depth. Stats-wise, Wilson had 5 sacks in limited action last year. Imagine doubling that inside. Raider Nation, this could elevate our pass rush to top 5 status. White's tail tugs at the heart. LSU stud, Super Bowl ring, but recent struggles in run D, PFF grade of 40.2 last year, hurt. Yet, his speed in coverage, allowed under 70% completion, fits our nickel packages. Adams, though, that box safety vibe, with 9.5 career sacks, adds blitz pop. Carroll's system thrives on versatile LBs, and Adams' instincts could shine near the line, masking age 31 wear. If he edges White, we gain athleticism against mobile QBs. Roberts and Pratt are locks inside, but the third spot's up for grabs. Fan polls show split opinions. White's potential versus Adams' familiarity. What's your vote? Week 1 prep. Patriots rebuilt, but our offense matches up well. Geno versus their secondary? Advantage us. Defense needs to contain Ramondre Stevenson, where Laulu or Wilson shines. Injury update integrates seamlessly, with O'Connell down, Carroll's calm, we'll find a vet who knows the ropes. Preseason stats, Jeanty led rushers with 120 yards, Bowers topped receivers. Broader roster, waiver wire watch after cuts. We need CB depth, per reports. Q Blue Kelly's pushing for snaps, Eric Stokes too. Tom Brady's ownership presence? Boosting morale, showing up in Raiders gear. Legacy meeting future. Shifting to coaching insights, Carroll's pressers are gold. Post-Cardinals, rosters fluid, earn it every day. Motivating bubble guys. Training camp winners, Jeanty, Wilson, Kelly. Losers, maybe vets like White if they slip. Fan sentiments, excitement high, but QB depth worries post-injury. Optimism for Carroll's culture shift. Suspense builds. Will Laulu hold? White rebound. New backup save us? Let's wrap the defense talk. Holes filled with Carroll's vets like Adams, but youth like Richardson add speed. Last year's 19th ranked D. Expect top 10. Offense potential. Gino threw for 3,600 yards last year. With our weapons, 4,000 possible. Bowers jeanty duo. Dynamic. Injury ripple. Miller's raw, so veteran essential. Names floating. Wentz's mobility fits. Week 1 teaser. Patriots rebuild versus our revamp. Edge Raiders. Raider Nation, the hype's real. From Carroll's hire to Gino's arrival, to these battles. Laulu versus Wilson. Power versus athleticism. White versus Adams. Pedigree versus fit. Who wins? Stats back changes. Defense needs more sacks, 32 last year. What means for season? Playoffs, baby. One more on jeanty. Physical runs in preseason scream star. Bowers' chemistry with Gino. Electric. O-line battles. Guards competing, but solid. Secondary. Kelly's push exciting. Overall, Carroll's energy infectious. As camp winds down, roster finalizes Tuesday. Cuts loom. Preseason leaders. Jeanty rushing. Wilson pressures. Fan questions. Backup QB who? I say Winston big arm. Raider Nation, this Las Vegas Raiders news has me pumped for 2025. From potential starter swaps to the O'Connell setback, it's all building to something special. We've got the pieces, now execute. What do you think this means for the Raiders season? Will Wilson and Adams steal spots? Hit like if you're hyped, comment your predictions, subscribe for more silver and black breakdowns, and share with your Raider crew. Let's raid the league together. Just win, baby.